It's important.
Frequent and habitual.
It's good. I'm excited about the rail.
Define habitual.
So we didn't make it.
Good evening. I'd like to call to order the City Council meeting for November 15th, 2021. Mrs. Angelou will lead us in the invocation and pledge.
Thank you. Lord, let our lives and community in order, making us to know what we ought to do and to do it in the way we should. Make us an instrument of thy peace, whereas where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, give us faith, and where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light, and where there is sadness, joy. Lord, your mercy endures forever. Protect all those who risk their lives to protect the same for others. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, are there any additional actions to the agenda?
Roll call.
Oh, roll call. Thank you. I'm not used to doing this. Roll call, please.
Angelou?
Here.
Bowers?
Here.
Lyric? Leesburg?
Here.
McGregor?
Here.
Renner?
Here.
Schnetzer?
Here.
Okay, are there any additions or corrections to the agenda? Okay, we have hearing of visitors. First off, we're having swearing in of officers, Ian White and Josh Mcmasters.
Good evening. Am I on? Good evening. Thanks, everybody. This is kind of a monumental occasion for us. This is the first two officers that came through our lateral entry hiring process. We work with both the Civil Service Commission, this body, and a change of civil service rule. We also work with the Fraternal Order of Police in terms of some contract provisions. and then certainly Director Vollmer and the HR department in making that process a reality. So with that, I'd like to introduce Officer Ian White. He comes to us from the Columbus Police Department, and Officer Josh McMaster. He comes to us from the Charleston, West Virginia Police Department. So we cast our net far and wide and brought somebody from out of state. So that's a testament to this new program. And with that, we have some of our second shift officers, also Lieutenant Kissel, who runs our recruiting effort for the division, some of our newer officers, and also some of our training officers who do our internal training program. And Brenda Johnson, you may remember her from a previous swearing in not too long ago. She just completed her field training after graduating the Columbus Police Academy, and also Officer Doug Reisinger is finishing up his training as well. So 2 brand new trainees out on the street, and also 2 officers coming in the door. So with that, Mayor, we're going to...
Just one at a time?
Yes. So our first, we're going to swear in.
It's Ian. Ian is first. You get to go first. All right. You want to stand right here, and then, ready? All right. Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. This is so exciting. We haven't gotten to do this in person in a really long time. I, Ian White, do solemnly swear
I, Ian White, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and laws of the United States of America,
the Constitution and statutes of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution and statutes of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Gahanna,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Gahanna,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties of police officer
discharge the duties of police officer
for the Gahanna Division of Police,
for the Gahanna Division of Police,
to which I have been appointed.
to which I have been appointed.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
welcome to the Gahanna. Give me a photo first.
Sam, you want to come up and join us?
Come on, Sam. Especially in this role. Here. How about we give this one to you and you can hold it. How's that? Okay. This is like paparazzi night. Thank you. Congratulations.
And next, Josh McMaster from Charleston, West Virginia.
Fine. Ready? Want to maybe move here? Get you in the cameras, that's fine. All right, please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Joshua McMaster, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America, the Constitution and statutes of the State of Ohio, and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Gahanna, and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially discharge the duties of police officer for the Gahanna Division of Police, to which I have been appointed. So help me God. Congratulations. And again, welcome to the team.
Welcome to Ohio.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Those are the good things about this.
Okay, we have, I guess I should say welcome to the Gahanna Police Department, the city of Gahanna. Next, we have a speaker from Jordan Fromm. State your name and address, please, for the record.
Good. Jordan Fromm, 1552 Pemberton Drive, Columbus, 43221. Good evening. Thanks for having me. Am I allowed to speak? Mm-hmm. Okay. At the Committee of the Whole meeting last month, we were addressed a question about the use of the CRA, and I'm here to clarify the comments that were made at that hearing and to seek to correct the minutes. As for the question that was asked, it was regarding whether or not our application would utilize a CRA or utilize the abatement abilities of the CRA. The minutes state that I was not planning to. That is not entirely accurate. At this stage, we have not made any decisions on whether to utilize any available economic development tools offered by the city of Gahanna. We simply have not made any decisions at this point. So I ask that the minutes be revised to state that Fromm stated that he has not decided whether to do so. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, since we have not voted on that, Crystal, could you just make that adjustment?
Yeah, I can change that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, could I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. First, motion by Schnetzer, second by Ms. Angelou. Any discussion?
Not on the consent.
What?
Not on the consent.
Roll call, please.
Schnetzer,
Yes.
Angelou,
Yes.
Bowers,
Yes.
Leesburg,
Yes.
McGregor,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Item E, ordinances for introduction.
Madam Vice President, I'd like to introduce the items under E.
Okay, thank you. Items are introduced. So we move on to correspondence and actions. Clerk, do you have any correspondence?
I have nothing this evening.
Anybody from council? Okay. Representatives, Community Improvement Corporation,
Nothing this evening.
Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission.
Well,
Ms. Angelou?
this is going fast. Yes, we did have our last meeting on last Thursday, and we had quite a few people there. And of course, December is our last meeting, and we're going to have a free lunch for those people that are in the commission. They can come there, and that we can have a wonderful conversation and have everybody see the renditions of the new Morpsey place to live and work. So, here we go. First of all, we started the meeting by honoring our veterans, which we felt was something wonderful. And indeed, we were able to get a veteran to do the Pledge of Allegiance with us. And I don't have that right in front of me, but he actually is a township head of their fire department, and it's not in my things here. So anyway, it was wonderful. We really enjoyed having people stand up saying that they were part of the veterans and all the wonderful things that the veterans have done. We recently, the passage of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act by Congress, and that was, we especially grateful for the leadership of Senator Portman and Congresswoman Beatty, Mr. Weaver, which was critical to this important investment package being forwarded. We did have, of course, we always have this, where our Joe Garrity, the Director of Government Affairs, goes over a lot of the things that are happening along with our lobbyists. I have this stuff about what has happened in the infrastructure place, and we're going to put that in the minutes. so that we know exactly where we are. And this is really a wonderful thing to happen for our communities because we have a lot of infrastructure things that are ready to go. MORPC stands ready to assist Central Ohio in planning for and accessing these improvement investments. We announced the formation of a new MORPC leadership position supported by a regional team dedicated to projectively seeking grants for our region and especially for member communities and our state and federal programs. This will involve an assertive war room approach in attracting opportunities, training, and coaching and assistant applications. So we're working even more on that. There are 3 action items. Check out the new Central Ohio Population Resource Hub. It's online resource hub. That's on the morpc.org. To learn more about the region has grown and is expected to grow. Obviously, by 2050, we're expecting the region to be 3 million people. Make a nomination for the State of the Region Award, which will be on March 16th, 2022. And request a local government summer interns. We've had summer interns here at the city of Gahanna, and indeed we are part of the one that was with the Easton project, which was paid by the Easton people. So hopefully we will get more of those this next year because they are a joy to see people and the wonderful things that they can do while they're still in school and being able to potentially sometimes get jobs from that. MORPC 1, we're doing a different kind of series. We're doing a voice series. We heard from Maureen Stapleton, Executive Director on Celebrate 1. Celebrate 1 has to do with reducing infant mortality. Following a presentation on Central Ohio's growth, a resolution was passed to adopt population estimates as the basis for the 2022 MORPC membership fees. Resolutions were also passed to adopt the updated Regional Complete Streets Policy to support ODOT's safety performance measures and to enter into agreements related to our home weatherization and home repair residential services programs. The active transportation plan is a data-driven plan to help understand walking and biking conditions in the region. It's structured as a set of tools, resources, and actions, and that's also on morpc.org at ATP with a slash before it. The public comment period is running through November 30th, so if you want to look at that and come up with some comments, that's wonderful. Central Ohio Rural Planning Commission earlier this month, CORPO as it's called, adopted a public participation plan aligned with MORPC's and MPO participation plan. CORPO has adopted policies for managing CORPO dedicated funds. About $1 million is available for projects with applications due by December 17th. The Regional Policy Roundtable, we reviewed the importance and key funding provisions of the Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill. The update also discusses the recent Association of Defense Communities Conference, which aligns with the work of Central Ohio Defense Group, as well as other state updates, including HB 389, energy efficiency, and HB 450, creating community solar. Sustainability Advisory Committee, we highlighted the Trail Town Framework, which addresses active transportation and increases economic development for towns along Central Ohio greenways. MORPC is also currently going through the Clean Ohio application process for Franklin County. The Metropolitan Planning Organization covered recent grant applications receiving for 5310 funding, and MORPC is waiting to hear back on RAISE grant and Build Back Better Challenge grants for the region. MORPC's Community Advisory Committee is taking applications for new members. If you know anyone that is interested, we need to have them come forward. Link Us, a really deep dive presentation was given by Thea Ewing on Link Us Mobility Initiative. It is not just transportation. It's many more things than that. And over the next few months, we're going to be hearing more and more about what Link Us is. It is not only just CODA and Columbus transportation. Regional housing strategies supply headwinds for home building. On noon, 1 p.m. Monday, November 15th, Robert Deitz, Chief Economist and Senior Vice President for Economics and Housing Policy for the National Association of Home Builders will share insights. These were upcoming events. Mid-Ohio Finance Administrators will be on November 16th. Ohio Sunshine Laws and Open Meetings Training will be November 17th. Rural Broadband is Friday, November 19th. Parkland donation considerations and the future of work are those. So we had many things happen, and it's always such a pleasure to be there and be part of this incredible organization that is just quite amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Convention and Visitors Bureau, Mr. Leesburg.
Yeah, thank you. Visit Gahanna is busy preparing for the Holiday Light Celebration, which is this Sunday. I believe it's the 21st from 4 to 6:30. The event will not be as big as it was in 2019, but there's still plenty of family-friendly activities at Creekside, including the train, which I know is very popular. In addition to retail and sweet treat vendors, Creekside restaurants will be open for dinner. The Cora will be in effect. There will be live performances from Judy Dullenmeyer Dance Studio, Gahanna Community Chorus, and the Gahanna Lincoln High School Orchestra. Procession and mini parade will usher Santa in on a fire truck alongside the Gahanna Lincoln High School Band at 6 p.m., followed by the tree lighting ceremony. Volunteers are still needed. You can get a hold of Visit Gahanna if you're interested in helping out. Additionally, the Santa race on Saturday, December 4th is sold out, but you can still come to Creekside and cheer on the runners. The race starts at 9 a.m. Course marshals and registration water station volunteers are still needed. Call Visit Gahanna office at 614-418-9114 or email Lori Kappas if you're interested in helping out. Thanks.
Thank you. School Board, Mr. Schnetzer.
Nothing at this time, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, official reports, Madam Mayor.
Thank you very much. Well, once again, even though they're all still out in the hallway celebrating, congratulations to our newest members of the Gahanna Division of Police, Josh Mcmasters and Ian White. Certainly, as Chief Spence recognized, they are recruits who came through our recently expanded lateral hiring process. So we very much appreciate council support in allowing us to expand that hiring process that we have in place to be able to reach beyond, certainly not only the city of Columbus, clearly reaching into other states to be able to recruit and hire the finest officers to add to our division of police here. We've heard Councilman Schnetzer over the last several months make several comments about feedback from our community about how beloved and trusted our division of police is here. So we know these officers will be they will be fine additions to our team here, and they will be in good hands under the leadership of Chief Spence and his team in the division of police. Just a reminder, City Hall, because I won't have an opportunity to speak next Monday, but City Hall will be closed next Thursday and Friday in observance of the Thanksgiving holiday. We did hold an Economic Development 101 last Tuesday. We had several members of council, I think present, Councilwoman McGregor, Councilwoman Bowers, and Councilman Renner, as well as our two newly electeds, Trenton Weaver and Kaylee Padova. Had a very nice crowd that was here. The guest speakers were Dr. Kirsten Carr of Morpsey, their Director of Planning and Mobility, Justin Bickle, who is the Managing Director of Client Service and Project Management for One Columbus, and certainly our own Director of Economic Development, Nate Strum. It was about an hour-and-a-half conversation that walked through, first of all, the growth within the region, what's happening all around us, why Gahanna needs to make sure that we are aware of what is happening around us and how that growth impacts us. Justin Bickle talked a lot about the ways that One Columbus works with local municipalities, such as the city of Gahanna, to help not only recruit and attract new businesses, but work with us to help support and retain our existing businesses in their expansion and growth efforts. And then Director Strum spoke about Gahanna and what his office has experienced since they have been in place in the last 6 months. He just finally passed his probationary period, so we know he's not going anywhere. But it was, I think, a very educational discussion, one which we look forward to continuing. The event was live streamed on it, and it is available on the city's YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch that at any time. We also recently, since we were last had the opportunity to address some comments to council, we had the Walnut Trace grand opening over on Old Ridenour Road. I know Councilwoman McGregor was there. It was an extremely well-attended event. The National Church residents folks really know how to put on a grand opening ceremony. And they proudly shared the fact that their very first facility was in Gahanna more than 40 years ago. And now they've opened a $20 million building sitting along the banks of the Big Walnut Creek. And the view over there is just spectacular. But, more importantly, again, it was a $20 million investment in our community. And we talked a lot about the fact that more than 60% of our residents here in the city are lifelong residents of Gahanna. Once you were born here and raised here, you don't really want to leave here, but that presents a need for a very diverse and updated housing stock. And this new project certainly will provide upgraded and I think overall quality of life amenities for the senior members of our population. If you've not been over to check it out, please stop over. It is a really beautiful facility. We will be, just for council's information, be scheduling a tour of the new communications center with all of you in the next few weeks. We are coordinating that with our partners over at Mifflin Township and hope to have an email out to you by the end of this week as to when we can get that scheduled and get you in there. Again, sometime probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then I think finally, the last comment I have was my mayor's report. The written report that I typically send to you will be sent out to the clerk of council and to all of you after you have an opportunity to review it. Please, as always, please feel free to reach out to me with any questions. That is by trade my method of communication. So if there's any additional information that you have or need, please let me know. But please feel free to contact me. And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, Ray.
I have nothing at this time, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Council comment. Ms. Angelou.
Well, Veterans Day was windy. We were kind of blowing around, but it was wonderful. And it was with a blue sky. And it's always wonderful to go to that Veterans Memorial in person. And again, it was one of those wonderful days to think back on each Veterans Day as it goes forward. I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and it's nice to be knowing that we are here in this building and it's warm.
Oh, it's been warm today.
It's warm, it's good. Very good. With that, that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Renner?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I wanted to first say congratulations to Officers Ian White and Josh Mcmaster. And I want to thank the PD. It's always refreshing and fun to actually see the force come out and support one of their own coming in. And it's always fun to see those guys. I rarely get the opportunity to hobnob with them a little bit as a group, and so it's always nice to see them. Just wanted to give a shout out to, and thank you to the mayor and to Nate Strum for that Economic Development 101. I hope that's the first of a series of 101. I think all of us and the citizens of Gahanna could really use those things, those concepts that we learned from that, and as we go forward with the things that we need to do for our fair city. Finally, I just want to finish up with Thanksgiving around the corner, and just remind everybody this is a season of gratitude, and thanks, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you. Ms. Bowers?
Yes, thank you. Let me take a moment to welcome the students that I think are visiting us tonight. It's always great to have students checking out your local government. I know it was exciting to see our new officers being sworn in. You guys missed some of the fireworks from a couple weeks ago that your classmates got to see. But nonetheless, thank you for being here. I also wanted to give a thank you to the VFW Tri-County Post 4719 and the Neelands for organizing a Veterans Memorial event on this past Thursday. I'll echo Ms. Angelou's sentiments that it was lovely to be there in person and to pay respect to all who have served, including many of our city employees, including Chief Spence. I wanted to just take a minute to appreciate Mr. Fromm's comments. I know I appreciate him coming here tonight to clarify as we consider the rezoning application in front of us, and it's certainly important for us to take all of those factors into consideration when casting a vote. And finally, I have appended my constituent update for the month of October to our minutes, and just incorporate that by reference. Finally, a happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you.
Mr. Leesburg.
Oh, yeah, I too would like to welcome Officers White and McMaster and thank the PD for everything they do. And I think that's about it.
Thank you. Mr. Schnitzer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, it seems like it's been some time ago. I guess this is our first formal meeting since the election, so I do want to extend a hearty congratulations to all of the local candidates that mounted a successful campaign. I know we have a couple in attendance here. Looking forward to working with you guys January 2nd. But that congratulations does extend to school board members as well as township trustees in the area as well. And also a hat tip to those whose campaigns did not perhaps end the way that they wished. Takes a lot of guts to step up and kind of stick your neck out there regardless of the outcome. So nobody should be disappointed, or I guess they should still feel proud of the effort that they mounted. This is also, I guess, the last meeting until Thanksgiving. Wow, time flies. The last regular meeting of council. So do want to wish everybody in attendance here, my council colleagues, the mayor, everybody out in the audience, both in person and virtually, a happy Thanksgiving. I think it's kind of a uniquely American holiday where we can gather with family and friends and just reflect on everything that we really should be thankful for. And that's all for me.
Thank you. I really have no comments tonight other than say happy Thanksgiving. We do not have an executive session scheduled, and so with that, a motion except for adjournment.
So moved.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.